I'll be reacting to Magia record Puella, Magi, Madoka Magica side story, season 2, episode 11, and other official streaming services are calling because that's what Funimation calls it. It's reacting to most of the episodes on Funimation's website, but it's also called season 3, episode 3. But whatever the case, I'll be starting my reaction. I'll be watching it from Crunchyroll's website in 1, 0, go. Well, it has to be really dang powerful to be able to do that. Damn sure they never gave us much insight on Alina, though, considering that the season 1 film made her seem really important. Ooh, but I wonder what they were wrong about then. Oh, okay. Okay, sure it's real when QB's talking like that. Well, honestly, what QB has to mention, oh yeah, wait, never mind. QB's not going to understand that when it comes to certain individuals, they just do things based off of emotion and they try multiple things, even though there's a chance it may not make much sense. If you get what I mean by that. That's why people do the things that they do sometimes. Whew, either way, oh boy. The last few episodes of the series are going to be a fucking doozy, and I can't wait! I just hope things end off positively for everyone involved with that. I can only cross my fingers. Get on here. The shading style of the opening, oh, that it's gorgeous. Now, in saying that, I wonder if they're gonna get rid of at least the fog-like effect on Ui for the last episode of the series, just to add an extra touch to the opening. Because I know some anime over the last few seasons have been slightly adjusting their openings on the final episode or second to final episode sometimes. Woo boy. Oh boy. Oh, that chick is insane. Well, I mean, it wouldn't be Madoka without a few insane bad apples here and there, though. The things will they even be able to even handle one Parkus, though? Considering how much of a beast it is? Exactly, and it isn't what we would have wanted either. The thing is, though, with people okay, that just sounds utterly awful, though. I'm gonna guess the shotgun's gonna kill a lot of normal folk. That's utterly okay. That's not the rationale, but if they do that, because it hasn't mentioned the population of Kamihama, who knows how many untold thousands could die? Oh, I don't think Mosco's gonna be standing pat doing nothing though, because I'm guessing most of the national girls there have loved ones in that city, or at least have friends or acquaintances. I wonder what Cuba means by that when it comes to finding a way of expanding the lifespans. That sounds slightly creepy as shit. Yes, best girl killed. Woo! Huh. I mean, maybe in some cases, but it feels like throughout the whole series, the contracts work in favor of the macho girls in the long run, though. Well, that's because Cupid doesn't have emotions. If he did, he probably would feel all the downsides, and maybe he'd feel some empathy. But that's what I love about Cupid. I mean, don't get me wrong, Cupid's a douche. But at the same time, that's what gives him like an unlikable charm. Like saying shit like that, all matter of fact. The reason why I say that is because when it comes to Cube, oh, that means you should be able to talk to Ui at the very least. Yes, finally. It's just a shame that it's not Ui in the physical form, though. It's the Ui that's trapped. Still, though, it's better than nothing. Oh boy, I think a girl's jinxing her fate in saying that. Ah. But hey, you know what? She may have failed, but she tried with the best of intentions, though. That's the difference. The thing is, life ain't fair, though. Aww. Well, that gets to me. I mean, the only thing I could see resolving this would be a wish, but even then, they're already magical girls, so it ain't like they're going to be able to pull off a wish. Ah. I highly doubt Ui's going to go back to normal. Considering everything that Ui absorbed in her body. Ah. Ah. And we all know the hand that she wants to hold the most is Ui's. Saying that, yeah, Yui has a point. She has to prioritize saving Yachio because Yachio is one of the strongest macho girls, and she'd help save other people too. Hey, that may happen. Again, it's not like Yui intended for any of this to happen. That's right. I always get like a smile just watching that cute. At least, oh, whoa. The question is, would she even be able to stop her own double though? Yeah, I noticed the timer didn't activate. And just the voice acting in that scene too. It sounds like Yara's voice actress is going all in bits like this. Where it sounds like she's in absolute terror. You know, I've actually have been curious about Kode's backstory throughout the series, so I actually don't mind this one bit actually. That's the thing about purchases sometimes. It's like sometimes you don't really know whether you like something until after you buy it. You might regret it afterwards. But unlike in this situation, there are certain things left for you purchase, but you can't get any refunds for. Whoa. I feel bad for that girl. I guess that girl's gonna tragically sacrifice herself to save Kudo. Oh, yeah. Or not. Oh, not the cat. No. Oh. All right. Oh, I like those bits whenever they save animals like that, especially in anime. Oh, the kid is looking cute. No, I swear, I love characters that come to personalities like that. And honestly, she seems like she really does mean it. Thankfully, this girl didn't encounter someone like, say, Kyoko from the OG Madoka series, because that girl would have been fucked. So thankfully that didn't happen. Oh, she looks like she's about to go become a witch looking at the soul gem. I'm guessing the girls are not gonna have this. But you know what? I'm not gonna blame her for trying to ask though. Holy fuck. But I'm not gonna blame her for asking though. I mean, if you're in that type of deep shit, yeah, you're gonna try to ask, even if the likelihood of getting what you asked for is low. I mean, look at the way her soul gem looked, though. She's probably not gonna make it far. I mean, I hope I'm wrong, But considering that she hasn't shown up in Magia Record seasons 1 or 2, and so this specific flashback, I'm gonna guess she's gonna tragically die. Okay, I mean, okay, that sounds ominous as shit. Magias would have, knowing Magias, they would have tried to recruit her, knowing them. Now, so Tamaki, she might have tried to like maybe go alongside her to try to hunt some witches for some grease seeds, knowing how she operates. At least that's how I figured of those two specific sides would have handled things if they were in similar positions. The thing is, though, the choice that Gura made was logical. Is it fucked up? Kinda. But at the same time, anyone that becomes a madrigal, that they have to accept the responsibilities that come with it and the consequences. So it's like, as fucked up as it is, there's not much Gura could have done in that instance, considering her soul gem was. Now, if her soul gem would have been in complete good health, then yes, that'd have been absolutely fucked up. But it was also okay. One of the girls that sort of straight up looked like Shinobu from that girl with the pigtails kind of looked a little bit like Shinobu from the Monogatari series that Studio Chef also does. Am I like the only one that would imagine that? Yeah, I'm a good looking character design too. I like the it's all like artwork there. Quite interesting seeing QB's perspective on the whole thing. Doesn't offer prosperity to the girls that are Metro girls, though. Although, in saying that, yeah, I mean, if you're going by the approach of utilitarianism, I hope I pronounced it right. You can kind of understand QB's perspective because it's like you sacrifice the needs of a few to serve the many. I swear, I love that cutesy ass perspective she's got. But the thing is, it ain't too late for her to be like, though. Whenever anyone says they're nobody, they are somebody. It's just a matter of perspective. Okay, that feels dangerous as shit. But that's what I love, though. She's always willing to go the extra mile and risk herself to help others. That that's the type of ambition I love to see from Madoka there. There is a point in saving her. Regardless of the fact, even if she didn't have the connection with Ra that she had, she's still a life worth saving because, if we're being honest, everyone's life has value. Well, almost everyone. Not going to say the criminals that do completely redeemable things. Those type of individuals don't have any value. At least the ones that do death row type of things. Those don't. And about here, we see like the inner struggle that Koro is going through too. When it comes to her hallucinating, hearing things like that. Likely a mix of the traumatic event she went through, and probably due to the fact that she is a good individual, and just due to the fact that she does feel pain. Yo, I'm actually curious about Kuroi's wish. Huh. Unfortunately, in this series, oh boy. When anyone gets into the Mahou Shoujo lifestyle, it seems it's for life. Oh no, I don't look at yo Rise. They're having that crazy vibe right now. And you know what adds extra impact? Just like the sound effects, like the what the. Even though the voice sounds distorted too. Oh, oh, damn! Oh, fuck! That is okay. Now that is fucking brutal. Yo, I don't know what she's gonna do with that. I mean, hey, she's gonna do what she's gonna do. No, no, Lola is a good sister because. Oh, okay, a different ED. I mean, shocking, but hey, a pleasant surprise. I don't mind it one bit. I mean, honestly, the sad, like the sad vibes of the ED though, really do fit with the sad vibes of the episode though. And honestly, it's just, it's crazy just thinking how the body count in this last season's been going up. Like, because as far as Madoka series goes, seasons 1 and 2 had a low ass body count. Well, then this is like, nah. It just exponentially, just exponentially increased the body count. And it's been a shocking season, nonetheless. Goodness is what killed. I'm assuming the character saying this is probably. It could always perspective. Could also be the perspective of another character too. Then when it comes to the ED, kind of gives me those Banken Monogatari vibes where you have sometimes captions on the sides or covering a screen in a good way. But yo, that episode was fucking yo 9 out of 10. Love the episode because it was just tragic. Just seeing the fact that this episode established Illy, she's probably not going to be able to be saved. Kuroe, not only did she absolutely transform into an adult bull, unfortunately, you know I had to pull the trigger and completely kill her from the looks of things. So this season continues on the streak of happiness. Happiness doesn't exist anymore in this series. It has to be destroyed. And I'm like, oh, I want a happy ending, but you know what? If this is how the series is going to go out, I'll give it credit. It's gutsy. And it's been well written. So you know what? If this is how it goes down, alrighty. It's gonna probably make me feel some emotional pain afterwards, that's for sure. Just like the original Madoka did. Yeah. I remember seeing that years ago. Woo boy. But that's what I loved about this episode because again, it's further reminding you no one is fucking safe. Like absolutely no one. And I respect the series for doing that because a lot of anime in their final seasons, they don't have the guts to do what the series is doing with its characters. And here's an example of an anime that didn't have guts to commit with what it was doing. There was an anime called Sabuki Bisco that aired last season. And don't get me wrong, I like Sabuki Bisco. I gave it a positive view, and it was one of my favorite animes of last season. But that series killed off a major character that was important. Then it had an asshole where it revived this major character that died, and I'm like, well, shit. Way of lowering the way to death, Sabuki Bisco. This series, what I like about it is it doesn't have any of those issues. Like when a character goes, you fucking feel it, and that's what really made the episode great because it was unexpected, it was tragic, made me feel quite a bit. Or just when you had Ui and talking, like it was comforting but simultaneously depressing, knowing that most likely Ui's not going to be able to get out of that. And that's made it doubly depressing. And another thing that also got to give the episode credit for is from a character standpoint. It did a great job of establishing why Kuroi is the way she is. She has regrets for not helping someone out, and it's been gnawing on her throughout the whole series. That explains why she's been distant towards all the other characters for a significant amount of time throughout the series until it finally ate her up in this episode. So great writing there. It did a great job of making us completely understand Kurohe and Ui too, actually. And this series clearly emphasizes a lot. Because in the previous episode, when I was reacting, I was like, maybe if Ui would have talked about this whole thing with Roha, maybe things wouldn't have gone tragic. Nah, this episode straight up figuratively implies even if Ui would have known that Hiro was a magic girl, Ui would have probably still done the same wishes because she would have not wanted her sister to have as many burdens. So, at least that's something I got from this episode. So, I like that too. The little subtleties here and there. And it does a great job of giving Alina some cool moments. Now, there is a downside. Considering that Alina was hyped up at the end of season 1 in the last few episodes, we haven't really seen Alina do much of anything. So whatever the writers are going to do with Alina, it's not going to have any weight. And even people, when I was reacting to season 1, told me, oh yeah, look forward to Alina. And then season 2, people are like, oh yeah, look forward to Alina. I'm like, Alina's done nothing. Like nothing at all. Yeah, she's done something, but nothing makes you go, oh my god, she's memorable. She hasn't done anything like that. Like, say, Toka and Nemu. Those two characters are memorable. And I'll remember them. Alina, I'll remember her name because they mentioned her name on screen in the episode. That's the only reason why I remember her name, not because she's a low-rating character. But that's the only downside, though. Everything else is well done. That's true. There's always downsides somewhere here and there, Spiral Matt. Thankfully, this series has a low amount of downsides, but I just had to mention that so that people know that things like that don't pass they don't pass me. I notice stuff like that. That's why I had to emphasize that. Well, you can't really say they were best friends though, Spiral Matt. They were good friends, but technically Yodona's best friend was Yachiho. If we're going by what went down in season 2. But it definitely was one of Viroha's friends, though, that's for sure. But yeah, that's aside from that, visually it was amazing. Especially the emotional scene between Iroha and Ui. That hug was cute. Well, yeah, true. From episode 1, but then Yachiho eventually became the best friend throughout the series run. Then, aside from that, I do like how Kyubey makes some points. I love how this series shows us that Kyubey was dumbfounded. And he makes some points. It's like, if you really break it down, yeah, what Nemu and Ui wants to do is going to sacrifice a lot of human lives. So when Kyubey says, it's much more better to do it this way, just allowing the status quo to continue with the magical girls going ballistic eventually while becoming witches, but having the system where they can keep their sanity if they come for grease seeds. When you look at it from Kibi's perspective and from a numbers perspective, it makes sense. Yeah, we're looking at numbers technically. Yeah, more people live if the status quo is kept, but then the magical girls that have to deal with killing witches, their lives are full of intense ass misery, and they're not going to have happiness in their life easily attainable. So that's something I like about this series too. It's like, do I agree with QB? Fuck no, I don't. But QB does make a good point though, even though again, I don't agree with that motherfucker like ever. I fucking don't. But I can see the strength in the bastard's argument. I really can. Well, at least some of the macho girls. If you Delicious Party Pretty Cure doesn't have despair. It just depends on the anime. Yeah, QB honestly, and the thing is, QB doesn't even try. Like that's the most funniest part. Like QB, like he plays it so well because he'll actually tell you the information if he asks for the right questions. But he's a withholding little bastard. He only tell you something if you bring it up. So if you don't do that, then the dude could give two shits. And that's what makes QB such an interesting character, in my opinion. Or at least how I see it anyway. True. Which the series goes on to explain that it's the little souls, where if that were to shatter the soul gems, then the magical girl would completely die. So I do like how they explained that about the original series, and visually was great. Good, and the voice acting was amazing, and the music was cinematic. Well, yeah. The thing is, though, some people are like that, though. Spiral Matt. People like QB. Just thankfully, though, people like QB usually don't have the amount of power that QB has. But anyways, right before I go, let me. And in case you're wondering, Spiral Matt, I'll be reacting to the last episode in 3 to 5 minutes. So if you want, stick around because that's going to be my priority. But yeah, QB did a great job of doing things towards his benefit, and I'll give QB credit for that. He is an amazing manipulator. Now, right before I go, though, let me just say thank you very much to Spiral Matt for commenting on the live chat. Thank you to everyone else for also watching my video. Hope you all rate the video, share it, comment, or subscribe because you're not going to want to miss my reaction to the series finale because I'm definitely going to be reacting to it. But anyways, I'll see y'all for my episode 12 reaction, which hopefully I'll do in like 1 to 5 minutes, hopefully. But anyways, y'all, thank you very much for watching my video, and I hope you have a fun, great, safe, and fantastic day, everyone. Bye-bye.